This is a quick getting started video for Animated East. So let's just jump right in. First, when you initially opened Animated East, you were prompted to scroll with your mouse forward and backward in the tunnel, or with the arrow keys on your keyboard. These will be the primary sources of navigation. You can scroll like this, all the way to the global module, and all the way back to oscillator 1. Now let's take a look at the main window. We'll start here. This is the legend, and as we scroll over each of the legend objects, we'll see its value in the center bottom of the screen. So oscillators, filters, envelopes, LFO, and global. Above this in the top right is the polyphony. So we can go from mono to 8-voice polyphonic. To the left is the animate button. And this will randomize most of the parameters in the synth. Let's just go back to initialize for now. This is your level meter. This is preset save. And if you have the standard version, you can save unlimited presets. If you have the intro version, you can save 5 presets. And then this will be the preset menu, UI customization in the standard version, and your license information. Finally, in the bottom right is the modulation section. And here you'll find 3 modulation orbs that can be dragged and dropped onto most parameters. The attack release auxiliary envelope, the LFO, and the ADSR envelope. And these can be added just like this. They're bipolar, and you can remove them by just right-clicking. So now let's go through and look at each module. First, one thing I want to mention is most of these modules will have corresponding light values depending on one of their parameters. For instance, the 2 oscillators, depending on gain, you'll see the lamp brighten and dim, which is just a nice way to kind of automatically scan values of modules. Now from left to right, we've got octave selection, fine tune, wave shape, gain, and drift. Scroll over to oscillator 2, same exact controls. The noise generator, we've got gain, which you can see the lamp brightening as well, and density, which changes the color of the noise. Now onto the low pass filter. From left to right, we have drive, resonance, cutoff, and drift. High pass filter, we have drive, cutoff. ADSR envelope, we have attack, decay, sustain, and release. And then the auxiliary AR envelope, attack release, we have a delay on it, which adds a pause before the envelope begins. Attack, release, drift, which adds randomization to release and attack, and loop, which essentially makes this a second LFO, just unsyncable. Then the LFO, we have skew, rate, which can be BPM synced, low rate versus audio rate, or rather low frequency rate, audio frequency, or audio rate, shape, and then drift, which adds randomization to the rate. Then we have the pan module, which allows you to pan each voice in the stereo field. Modulating these is particularly fun. And then finally, we have the global module, which includes stereo width, glide, micro tuning, mod wheel, aftertouch, and gain. Then some standard features are, if we go over to the main menu, you'll get more presets. You get 75 presets currently, but there's going to be more presets for the standard version, whereas there's 10 core presets for the intro version. And you get customized UI. I have 6 different presets here. You can save your own, and you can adjust if you want to make it brighter, darker, contrast, warmth. It's kind of cool, sunburst. And then you can make your own presets too. And then your license information will be right here. If it's activated, it'll just give you the check mark and say activated. If it's the intro version, it'll show you where to get the standard version. And that's it. Let's go back to a different preset. There we go. Yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or email me at eric@animatedinstruments.com. And thank you for checking out Animated East.